Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I just wanna sit down and talk about the Chennai Book Fair. I had a chance to visit it on Thursday. Please give me a minute while I recollect. January 11th, 2024. So the book fair goes up to January 21st. I will probably be going again because by the time I went, it was pretty late. The book fair closed at around 8:30 p.m. and it was almost 7 by the time I went after work. So I didn't get a chance to see everything. I decided that since I only have about an hour and a half, I would only go to the ones that I had on my mind, which is Harper Collins, Simon and Schuster, and also Penguin Book House. These were the 3 big publishers that I wanted to go to because they're the ones that usually have a lot of the English books that I'm looking for. They also have some of them. Harper Collins usually brings a lot of limited edition books. So I was looking forward to that as well. And yeah, I think Simon & Schuster was a big surprise for me. You guys will see that later in the video. But yeah, let's get started. So the first place I went to was Harper Collins. They had some amazing books. They have, since it's a publisher specific store, they have a lot of the stuff that they publish, a lot of Paulo Coelho, a lot of Holly Black, but not a lot of the stuff that we see on Book Talk or on BookTube these days. That was more with Penguin. So the one book that I picked up from, Harper Collins was this collector's edition of the Shiva trilogy by Amish. I'm sure a lot of you folks know about this set. Last time from Harper Collins, I picked up the Empire of the Vampire for J. Kristoff's limited edition. You guys have seen that. If you want to see that, please go over to my bookshelf tour and check that out. But this is the only limited edition that I found with them, and I saw that it was at a good rate. They were giving it at a better price than whatever is on Amazon. So you get a flat 10% discount, but then some stores also, or some stalls also decide to give you more. So this was about 20% off. So it was still a good deal, maybe around 2,000 rupees. So it was still pretty good. And I haven't, as you can see, I haven't still opened it because I do not want to open it before I travel back to my home. So this is the box is pretty intact. It's pretty clean, and the plastic packaging was still on it. So I think this was a solid purchase for me. You can also see from the clippings that they had a lot of Holly Black, Paulo Coelho, and other authors. It wasn't the most satisfying store for me personally. That was probably Penguin, but this was a good find for me there. Harper Collins, I went to Penguin. At Penguin, it was surprising to see that a lot of the books that I read, personally look for, or stuff that is popular on BookTube and BookTok, is all at Penguin. A lot of Murakami, yeah, the lessons in chemistry section, then a lot of the Hawthorne series, the Inheritance Game series. A lot of these books were there. Even actually a lot of Ali Hazelwood stuff was at the Penguin place. The Spanish love, deception, those kind of books. So a lot of romance, like book talk kind of books were all at Penguin. They also had the most beautiful classics covers, like with Pride and Prejudice and Wuthering Heights. Those are the two that I actually checked out. They also had a lot of books that I had never heard of, like the Golden Gate. I don't remember the author, but it should be in the clip that I just played. It was really interesting. I usually like to look up books on Goodreads and see what the reviews is like before I buy them, at least just to get a some context on what the book is about. In that sense, this was the only book I picked up because I had been eyeing this book for a while. This is Hello Beautiful by Anne Napolitano. It's like a sort of a family saga, like portrait of love and grief, and it's just a story about people, which I've been meaning to read. And also like there was one review from the New York Times from one of the authors who has given a review here, so that it's kind of like a unique take on Little Women. And Little Women is my favorite classic story, so I was very intrigued when that was how this book was described. So yeah, this is kind of I think in last book fair I bought so much stuff. This book fair was like a little smaller purchase, but mostly because I didn't have time to look at everything. So I mean, you can from the clip at Penguin, you can see that they have a lot to offer. So for folks who are going to Chennai Book Fair and who are looking for books that you see on YouTube, or a lot of the romantasy or fantasy, or the fiction books that a lot of booktubers and book talkers are talking about, I would suggest you go to Penguin first. And then the third store I went to, mostly I beelined, was for Simon and Schuster. It's actually right next to the Penguin stall. And Simon & Schuster, why I was surprised, like I said before, was because it is just filled with manga to the brim. I don't think I've ever seen that much manga in a single place in India, at least, other than Blossoms, or even Blossoms doesn't have that much manga. But I think Simon & Schuster was just full of manga, so many box sets, every single volume of One Piece, JoJo's. They had almost everything. They had Pokemon manga. They had a lot of the Chainsaw Man series, Spy Family. They had, what else did they have? They had a lot of Junji Ito. They had Tomie, and they had this one book called The Tombs, which I was interested in, but then I thought it was just pretty pricey. So forewarning for all the manga readers who want to go to Simon & Schuster, it is expensive. Like, I would say a single volume of manga here is going to about 600 rupees, which this entire book is 600 rupees, which I don't really think the manga in India is priced genuinely. And I realized that a lot of the stuff is being licensed by Simon & Schuster, and the price is just, it's too expensive. So I hope that someday manga in India has a better pricing than what we have right now, because imagine you want to own like 12, say the whatever 21 volumes of Jujutsu Kaisen. Imagine how much it's going to be, like 20 into 700 rupees almost. So that's just an insane calculation. So I would suggest folks to not buy manga. Rather than that, I would suggest you look for the Junji Ito collection, since to me it's just one whole book, and you know it's a pretty thick book. And Uzumaki, they did not have Uzumaki, but if you spot Junji Ito stuff at the Simon & Schuster stall, I would suggest that that's the thing you need to be looking for, because a lot of Junji Ito is not available on Amazon or anywhere else. So yeah, I would suggest you guys go for the Junji Ito stuff at Simon & Schuster, or maybe even the box sets, since they have that price pretty well. Like, they had the Bleach box set, they had a Death Note box set, they also had like a Demon Slayer one, but I would suggest you check the outer packaging for Demon Slayer, because a lot of them were pretty damaged. So I did not end up buying anything at Simon & Schuster, because these days I read a lot of my manga digitally. Like, I read them on Kindle, so I did not end up buying any manga. But I think when I go back, I'm gonna look for more Junji Ito stuff, see if they have some, and then pick up some of those books. But yeah, this was a very short visit to the Chennai Book Fair. I'll probably do a longer one another day and take my time and see all the stalls. The one thing about Chennai Book Fair is I think the percentage of English to Tamil is that I think even now the Tamil books are a little more. I personally cannot read Tamil, which is unfortunate. I'm trying to learn now, but that's maybe you know, for me personally, I would say, I mean, I want more English books obviously, but I understand the purview of the Chennai Book Fair as well. We have a lot of Tamil readers here. I saw Ponniyin Selvan like everywhere. Also, I did not see them at the English stalls because I don't think they were selling too many translator versions of it. But I did see a lot of Ponniyin Selvan at the Tamil bookstalls. I went with my parents, so they were able to tell me what the Tamil bookstalls were selling. They're also selling a lot of Ramayan, because now with the whole thing in Ayodhya and stuff, this is the big news in India with the opening of the Ram temple in Ayodhya. So they're selling a lot of Ramayan and things that's close to that story. Another stall that I went to was called Giddy Trading. So they are like a religious book stall, I would say, a lot more to do with Hinduism and Carnatic music, things like that. So I picked up a couple of books with Carnatic music books from Giddy, from the Carnatic music composers, and let me see if I can grab them quickly. Okay, yeah, so these are the books that I got from Giddy. It's basically Tyagaraja Panchratna Kirtis and Indian Carnatic music from the 2 of the 3 Holy Trinity of Carnatic music. So these are the books that I got from them. They also had, I'll probably turn a clip of that, the most beautiful Bhagavad Gita that I've ever seen. It was about 40,000 rupees, and it comes with like this beautiful like walnut wood stand, and the paintings in the book are like sort of a replication or in the style of the Mysore Palace paintings. It was just the most beautiful Bhagavad Gita I had ever seen. Yeah, we were fascinated by it, but it was just a little kind of out of our budget right now because 40,000 is pretty big for a single book, and I don't think unless you have something somewhere very nice to display something like that, it's not worth buying it. So yeah, it was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool find for me personally for in the book fair. I actually also in another store found the Ram CDs from Amish. I also found a collector's edition for that, but that was a little bit pricey, so I did not end up buying that one. But I think when I go back, I'm gonna see if I can complete the set with the Ram and the Shiva trilogy as well. But yeah, that was just a quick walkthrough of my visit to the Chennai Book Fair. Look out on my Instagram to see if I did buy more books when I went back to Chennai Book Fair. But yeah, this was a little different video, a little more bookish video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know in the comments if you guys want me to look for certain books, folks in Chennai. Since I'm going back, let me know if you want me to check if there are certain books at the book fair. I will do that for you. Leave it in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Bye bye.